I'm going to declare to you tonight, the Black Hebrew Israelites will be the biggest black radical organization on the face of this earth.
You already know what time it is. I.S.U.P.K. 46th annual Passover under commanding General Yohanna.
Because these records make black men mighty again. These records make black men fearless again. These records make black men love, and when I say black, I mean all the tribes. Right. Love one another again. And brother, Christ died that we love one another. Right. We be brothers to the death. Right. This brotherhood is the real power to break the white man. Right. And brother, we shall do it.
You hear me? It's the Passover 2015. New York City, Harlem. They was there to cook out. They saw the loyalty. They seen the brotherhood. Now all blacks, all Hispanics, all Native Indians come get down and serve the Lord at the 46th annual Passover with the U.P.K. And we remember where the Lord destroyed our enemies. April 2nd, Harlem. We gonna get it in, you understand? For the Most High and Christ. Once again, 2015, April 2nd, Passover, New York City. Get with it and get lost.
We go onto the screen. So we got I, it's Anya. We got you is a the. Deal with this. He is Hawa'ah. She is Haya'ah. We is a Naknawa. Alright. You masculine plural is a thumb. You feminine plural is a thun. They masculine is hum. They feminine is hun. Hum and hun. Right? Those are the forms of the pronouns that you use when you're going to say past, future, or present tense of a verb. Okay? So, Tahawam Gabar, come to the mic and give me a verb that you want to use. What do you want to do? You want to say I, he, she, we? What you want to say? And past, future, or present. You know what I'm saying? I just want to give you an example. It's easier to give you the example, and then we'll go through the rules on each one. All right. Tahawan Gabar.
Shalakia. Kanarawa.
All right.
Trying to pull up the verb sheet right now.
Okay, you gonna pull up the verb sheet? Let me pull up the verb sheet. Blow for blow, round for round. Let's go. Let's see. Those are most common verbs. All right.
Like Yasha.
What does that mean?
To rescue.
To rescue. You're shy. You're shy. You're shy. Okay.
Still work on his area.
No sweat. Okay. Yeah, let her in. Okay, you're shy. Okay. That's the verb you want to conjugate. What do you want to say about your shy? You want to get rescued. You want to get delivered. Now what? Present, future, or past?
We will rescue. We will rescue.
We
will rescue.
Okay, we will rescue. Let's make it happen. See if I can remember the rules myself. That's the problem. Okay. Okay. We got Shy. Okay. Anak now. And then we got to find the rule. We will. That's future tense, right? No sweat. All right. So here we have the rules for future tense dealing with the pronoun we, which is masculine and feminine. You add a na at the beginning. So if you wanted to say we will watch, it's anak nawa na shamar. Anak nawa is we, na shamar with that na in the front is will watch, because the verb is shamar. So we'll jump back and see Yeshai. So the rule is you add a na in front. So they getting all that? A knock, nawa, na, oops, Yeshai. A knock, nawa, na, Yeshai. We will rescue or deliver. Excuse my chicken scratch. You understand? Excuse me. Anak nawa na Yeshai. Sahawan Gabar, you got that right? So that's basically all you do is you find the rules, right? And so everybody who hear me, I'm gonna go ahead and release. I'm gonna release the sheets, so you can request those sheets so that we'll have the rules on it for the pronouns for future, past, and present. So go ahead and email ISUPK@hotmail.com. Go ahead, and we'll do that. We'll do that. We'll let you, so you'll have all the rules. I know I gave it to you a couple times, but you know what I'm saying, you need it right in front of you in order for it to sink in. So just email ISUPK@hotmail. I think Madabar and Alan have definitely requested those in the past. And anybody else that want to let me know. Okay. Okay. Andre Miller, come to the mic with your Hebrew alphabet sheet. State your Hebrew alphabet, Bob Kashaw.
Salaki, I got it going now.
Go ahead, brother.
A, ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, ka, ta, ya, ka, la, ma, na, sa, I, pa, taza, kwa, ra, sha, and tha.
Most High in Christ. Abraham, you already did it for me, right?
Sir.
All right, no sweat. Kayalana. Do you have the Hebrew alphabet sheet?
Go to the nobody else. Go to YouTube. Go look at YouTube. Put it on YouTube. Over there. Put his page. So I can see if anybody's in the chat section. The YouTube page. Go to the YouTube page. All right. Who is this?
It's Truth Abraham.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, sir. On my name, when I got my Hebrew name, first I heard that the I and the Ba was connected. Then I heard that the I and the Ba was not connected. So am I mistaken? Am I getting this wrong?
Abba is I and Ba, right? I, Ba. It's not connected. Abba.
So it's like so it's not pronounced Abraham. It's pronounced Abraham.
Abraham. Basically. All right, you good. Go back. You can kill it. Doesn't matter. Ain't nobody in there. Abraham. Okay. No sweat. All right. Do you see it on the screen? I wrote it out. Most High in Christ. All right. So let me go back to the sheet and we'll get the rules. Okay, go ahead.
My question basically kind of piggybacks off of Brother Abraham, his name at least. Does it change the meaning of the word and the pronunciation if it's connected?
Yes. Let me give you an example.
Ooh.
I'll just use I and Ba again. I and Ba. It's Abba. That's not connected. But if it is connected, it would be Ab. I and Ba. But the I on the end of the Ba, it falls off. So it would be Ab. It ain't Abba. It's Ab if it's connected. You drop off. You understand? Yeah, so that's what you got to look for. Okay? You straight with that? I'll go over the future tense for you. It's I-thayad. I-thayad is the future tense, right? You got I, which is anya, right? All of the time. And then you got, we're going to use this verb shamar. You add a I at the beginning. I will watch. So if you want to say I will watch, you say anya, a shamar. The rule is to add an I at the beginning. That's the rule. If you wanted to say you, which is masculine and feminine, you add a tha at the beginning. You will watch. So it's a tha shamar. A tha shamar. A tha is you. And then the shamar is will watch. Because you added a tha at the end of the beginning of the shamar. Alright? So if you wanted to say you masculine and feminine, which is you, which is either masculine or feminine, and you want to use the feminine sense, add a tha at the beginning and a ya at the end. So this first one, it was masculine. You masculine. You can either be masculine or feminine, but if you want to do the masculine one, you just add a tha at the beginning. You just add a tha at the beginning. But if you doing you, which is either masculine or feminine, if you want to do the feminine, you add a tha at the beginning and a ya at the end. So you will watch is a tha shamar ya. You added the tha at the beginning and the ya at the end. A tha shamar ya. A tha is you. Tha shamar ya, will watch. Okay? So he will watch. You add a ya at the beginning. So it's hawa'a ya shamar. Hawa'a ya shamar. Simple enough. He will watch. You add a ya at the beginning. That's the rule. If you want to say she will watch, you add a tha at the beginning. So it's haya'a tha shamar. Haya'a tha shamar. Okay. We will watch. We did one similar to that. We will rescue. We said anak nawa na yeshai. We will watch is anak nawa na shamar. Anak nawa is we. You add the na at the beginning of the shamar. We will watch. You masculine plural. Masculine. You want to do the masculine one. You add a tha at the beginning and a y at the end. You will watch masculine plural, meaning that you're talking to men and there's more than one man. You will watch. Okay? I'm talking to Israel. You will watch. All you Israelite men will watch. You understand? A thumb, tha, shamar, wa. You add the tha at the beginning and the y at the end. The root is right here. A thumb, tha, shamar, wa. Right? So if you want to do you masculine, which is either masculine or feminine plural, the feminine, you add a tha at the beginning and a na at the end. You will watch. Right? That's feminine plural you're going to do. A thun is feminine in the you. Then you add the tha. That's the prefix. You got the root shamar. You add the na as the suffix. Right? You understand? You will watch. I'm talking to all the females in Israel. You understand? You will watch. A thun, tha, shamar, na. A thun is you, feminine plural. You add the tha at the beginning as the prefix. You got the root word. You got na as the suffix. Will watch. You add a tha at the beginning and a na at the end. That's the rule. What did I do? All right, you got they, which is either masculine or feminine. We're going to do the masculine one. Masculine or feminine. They is masculine and feminine, and is either masculine and feminine, and it's plural. So you got masculine. We're going to add a ya at the beginning and a y at the end. They will watch. And they is always hum. And then you got ya. You add the ya. And then you got the root shamar. And then you add the y as the suffix at the end. Hum ya shamar wa. Hum ya shamar wa. They will watch. And it's masculine plural. Okay? They, which is either masculine or feminine. But if you're doing the feminine tense, plural, you add a tha at the beginning and a na at the end. They will watch. All right? They will watch, talking about The sisters will watch. I'm talking about all the sisters in Israel. They will watch. So it's Hun Tha Shamar Na. Hun Tha Shamar Na. You had the Tha, the prefix. The root is Shamar. Na is the suffix. Hun is they, feminine plural. There you have it. So that's basically it. So I'm going to go ahead and release it. That way, you understand, you'll be able to get down with it. And remember the rules. Okay? You good with that? All right. And then, you know, sometimes you'll have this other form here as well. I'll show you this other form. All right, you got these Hebrew possessive adjectives. When you have adjectives in the Hebrew, you understand you affix it to the suffix. You put the possession at the end of it, right? You fasten it to the back of it. So if you wanted to say my bread, it's lakum yah. Lakum is bread. Yah at the end. The suffix is my. All right. So look, my bread. You'll see that a lot. Then if you want to see your bread, it's lakum ka. Your bread. Why? Why is he or his? Lakum wa, his bread. Her bread is lakum ha. Lakum ha. Nawa is our bread. Lakum nawa, our bread. Come is your, is in it, and that's masculine plural. Lakum come. Your bread. That's plural. Kun. That's feminine plural. Your. Lakum kun. Your bread. Feminine. That's feminine. Their bread, masculine, is lakum ma. Their bread. Na is their feminine. Lakum na is their bread, feminine. And it's plural. Okay? So that's for the adjective sense. Right? And then you got, sometimes you got this as well. You got to figure out what it is. Let's see what I can find out. One more. You got these prepositions. You got the adjectives, you got the prepositions, and you got the pronouns, right? So you sometimes you'll see it, the preposition sit before a noun to show the noun's relationship to another word in the sentence. It'll be at the beginning. It's a prefix. They prefixed. You understand? They prefixed before, so you got to figure out all of these different things before you, when you're looking at look like one word or what have you. It might be several words to make up a phrase. Okay, in that phrase, like Ba Hashem, the root is at the end. You got two prepositions in the beginning. You got Ba, which is in, and Ha is the. The is basically a determinant. So you got a preposition, and then you got a determinant, and then you got the root word. Ba Hashem, in the name, right? So you got to look at that when you are looking at every word to figure it out. You'll start identifying the forms, right? Showing you the forms. You got I, which is I, just like in a parium. I am fruitful. Par is fruit. Parium is fruitful, right? I am fruitful. Ba, that's in. This is the question that Alan had earlier. Like in Genesis 1:1. Slacky, y'all. Genesis 1:1. Barayashyath. Ba is in. Ra'ashyath is the beginning or the head. In the beginning. That's Genesis 1:1. First word. Da, sometimes it'll be do. Ha is the. Y, you see a Y in front of a root word, it means and. Sometimes you'll see a yah in front of a root word. It means he. If you see a ka in front, it means like. If you see a la in front of a root, it means to, like la yashala, to Israel. You see a ma in front of a root, it means of or from. Okay? If you see a sha in front of a root word, it means whom or which or pertaining to. An example is mayam is waters. Sha is sitting in front of it. It means heavens, shemayim, right? But it means of or pertaining to the waters. That is that which is or pertaining to waters. You understand? If you read Genesis 1 and 1, you got to get that breakdown on Genesis 1 and 1. You got that a CD? Somebody need to go in on that. You understand? I wonder how many of these new officers know the breakdown on Genesis 1. Genesis 1. You know what I'm saying? Can they explain? Go ahead.
In this Super Abraham, in the Assyrian, is there any characters or any how should I say markers to link the letters together like in ancient Hebrew?
No, it's not. That's why the ancient is so important, and the system that Arias set up when he brought it out in the school.
So you call to state your name and location for attendance purposes?
So, we say one more time, brother? Repeat yourself one more time.
Your name and location.
It's Trooper Shayala in Dallas.
Shayala. Hey, state your Hebrew alphabet, Bob Pushaw.
Trooper Shayala. Go ahead and state your Hebrew alphabet.
Okay, Abaga, Da, Hawa, Za, Ka, Sa, Ya, Ka, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Kwa, Shazan, Kwa, Ra, Sha, Ba.
Both times, right?
Excellent.
Hey, Shayala, did you get your test already? Did you get the test for the study for? The officer's test? Okay, all right. No swear. Hey, I'm gonna hit you after class. All right. All right, what? New call. State your name and location. New caller. State your name and location for attendance purposes.
Gracias.
Okay, go ahead.
Sister Bayal, Durham, North Carolina.
Shalom, sis, Lord of Christ.
You have any questions?
Copy out of one.
1 second, brother. Bayal, do you have any questions?
Sir.
Do you have your Hebrew alphabet sheet, and would you like to state the Hebrew alphabet?
I don't have it, but I can try to say it.
Oh, you remember it?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
All right. Wa, da,
Right on the board. Top.
ha, ya, la,
Ka.
ma.
It's the ka. The ka comes before the la.
Okay. Ka, la, ma, na, sa, I, ta, za, ra.
Qua. The qua.
Huh?
Qua.
Qua. Wawa. Hold up.
Last two.
Okay. Last two. Sha and Sa.
Most High Christ. Good job. All right. Go ahead and put yourself on mute. Hey, brother had the question.
Sorry, we got a new call.
New caller. Hold on one second. New caller, state your name and location.
Yancey Rodriguez, Perth Amble, New Jersey.
All right, Yancey. You got a question, Yancey? You got it? Okay, you got a question? First, you have the Hebrew alphabet, and can you recite the Hebrew alphabet for me, please?
All right, it'll be Wa, Za, Ka. I think I said it right.
That's right.
Ya, Ka, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Ha, Za, Kwa, Ra, Sha, Ta.
Most High in Christ. Excellent work, MC. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So that Hebrew 100 most common verse sheet.
Yes.
I wanted to send. I was wondering if I could get it sent to my email.
Okay.
So just
Do you can you email ISUPK@hotmail.com and ask for it?
Okay.
Yeah. Now write the Assyrian and leave space for see where Ka is on. Look at the sheet. You see where the Ka is when the word the Ka, but go down to the bottom. I'm asking you to write all the way at the bottom.
Okay, this is Ka, so you want me to write.
Not that one. That's the middle. The bottom. All the way at the bottom. There's three alphabet sheets right there.
Yes.
The one at the bottom, right? Okay. So write those out. That's how you write the Assyrian out right there. And then when you get to Ka, right, it's written at that if that word right, if that letter right there is written at the end of a word, then you write the bottom part. You write the bottom part like that. So if that word ends with a Ka, you write it differently. You see that? You write it differently. So what you do is you just write it out, and then you write underneath of the Ka, the last final form right there. So leave space for that when you write it out. So you write the top shelf out, and then you see where the Ka is?
The K-A.
Yeah, the K-A, the Ka. You write that underneath of it. That's it. All right, Yancy. You got ISUPK@hotmail.com. Can you send that? Yancy.
That's good. He said he was going to send it. Yes. Brother Yancey? Brother Yancey? His phone dropped.
No sweat. All right, then. So we got the prepositions, we got the pronouns, we got the adjectives. All right, so what I'm going to show him, the brother that had the last question, this is the major thing that you need to worry about with the Assyrian. Since you don't have connectors in the series, what you'll see is all these crazy dots from the damn devil. Well, I can't say completely, but it's the system that he follows as far as that. All phones on mute, or you understand?
Brother Abraham from Winston-Salem, you got to mute your phone, brother.
So
Salakia, sir. Did someone say something to me? I stepped away for a second. Look, Salakia.
You had the question?
Kind of you answering the connecting characters.
Right. So now you should be able to see the board, and since the Assyrian doesn't have connectors, you understand the ancient and what you learn in here. Chief priest Ariyah, you understand? He made this system up in order for you to pronounce the Hebrew correctly. Okay. The dots and stuff that the so-called white man uses, right? Coming from the Masorite system or what have you, it's completely hogwash. Okay? So the thing that you need to do is basically, when you're looking at it, the first thing you want to do is just differentiate the different letters, just due to the fact that the letters, when they typed out in this print, they look similar to one another. So I'm going to just show you the subtle differences between certain letters so that you won't have any mispronunciations when you're reading over it, because you'll think it's one letter when it's really the other letter. Okay? All right, so the first one I have up here is the Da and the Ra. The Da looks like the Ra, but if you look at it, you understand this is more round. The Ra is more round. The Da is like a line and then something straight down. Okay.
You see that on the Hebrew sheet.
So you got the Da and the Ra. The Da and the Ra. They look similar. The Ra is more curved. The Da is more a line and then another line connected to it on a 90-degree angle. Okay. What did you say, Abraham? Anything else?
No, sir.
Okay, no sweat. And then you got the Ga and the Na. The Ga and the La. You said something about the Hebrew alphabet sheet. If you look at the Hebrew alphabet sheet, you'll differentiate between these letters by looking at them very carefully. The Ga and the Na look similar to one another, but the Na doesn't have the little tail on the end of it. This is a little tail right here.
Yeah, kind of on Salaki. I was saying that you can see that on the Hebrew alphabet sheet.
Yeah, you should be able.
I've been writing the letters over and over again, and you kind of see it once you look at the sheet and then write the letter.
Right. So pay attention to that for using the a bad copy of the white man's Torah or what have you. This is what you'll have to put up with. Okay. So the Tha looks similar, but it's got the little foot on the end. The Ka goes basically straight down. So the Tha and the Ka look similar, and the Ha as well. The Ha, it has an opening at the top. It's not connected at the top like the Ka and the Tha is. The Tha and the Ka are connected at the top, but the Ha is open at the top. The Tha has a foot at the bottom. Go ahead.
I can't see. I can't see the screen. The Ha is cut off.
No sweat. You see it now?
It's a little slow. Come.
No sweat. All right. So that's the Da and the Ra, the Ga, the Ga and the Na, the Tha, the Ka, and the Ha, right? And then you got the Ba and the Ka. It's not a good example. Got a bad picture here, but the Ba is, it has like a little tail on the back, but the Ka is just Straight like that. This is a car right here. This one over here. This car right here.
I see that. I see that.
This one has like a little tail on the back end. Okay. Well, you wrote the Assyrian out again. You ain't have to write that one out. Just write the. Okay, that'll help you. Okay, and then you got the ma. Go ahead.
Your car is cut off on the left hand side.
Oh yeah, it's cut off right here, but over here is a car right here. You can use this one for comparison's sake. See that? This one right here. You see this cursor? The cursor is moving up under it.
It's kind of small.
Yeah. You see it? I'm circling it. There you go. All right, that's the ka, but that's the ba right there. All right. All right, so let me see if I can find another one. You got the ma, right? The ma and the sa look similar to each other. The ma and the sa. Here's a better example of the ka and the ba right here. The ba got the little tail on the end of it. Ka is more rounded. Then you got the wa and the za. The wa and the za look similar to each other, but they're different. This one looks like a little T, and this one just has going out to the left. This one is going from left and right over top of the long stroke. Okay? The ma is more square. The sa is more circular. Okay? Good job. All right. So let me pull back from that. Let's see. I shouldn't have done that. Let me go back to that. All right, I want to go over a scripture right quick. The scripture you're going to see tomorrow, right? You're going to see tomorrow in the 49 verses that the brothers is going to read tomorrow. I want to go into something for you. Try to bring something out for you. I got it right here. Numbers 15 and 30. We'll be going from Numbers 14 and something to Numbers 15 and 32 and the Sabbath service tomorrow, right? So in the English it reads, so that you don't be confused. You understand? Here's the breakdown. But the soul that doeth aught presumptuously, whether he be born in the land or a stranger. All right, so you read that first part. If a soul do something and it be wrong, you understand? He do something and he don't know that it's wrong. He did it presumptuously or in his arrogance. You understand? That's what it's saying right here. In his arrogance. This one up here in 29, it says, if he do it ignorantly, if he sinned in ignorance, meaning he didn't know. If he does it presumptuously, then he did it out of vanity. You understand? Whether he be born in the land or a stranger, right? So some people think that strangers can be saved, meaning other nations, but they don't understand that it's more than one kind of stranger. There are Israelite strangers, and then there are the natural born strangers, which are heathens. They are not of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You understand? Those are the natural strangers. What is this talking about then? You have to know what kind of stranger this is, right? In 29 it says, ye shall have one law for him that sinneth through ignorance, both for him that is born among the children of Israel, and for the stranger that sojourneth among them. So this stranger that sojourneth among them, he's basically living with them, living amongst them. So what kind of stranger is this that's living amongst the children of Israel? Is it a heathen? I thought we were supposed to be holy, right? This is Moses in the laws, right? So he prophesying, in other words. We all in the wilderness together when he giving us this. We all in the wilderness together, so it ain't no strangers among us. We all there. But guess what? It's some damn strangers in there, because guess what? The Lord had said, I'm gonna kill all you niggas. He said, I'm gonna kill all y'all. Y'all in the wilderness and y'all ain't doing the goddamn thing I say. If that ain't a stranger, I don't know what. He just delivered us from Egypt. And we being strangers to him, trying to go back to Egypt, trying to worship damn the golden calf. So he knew it was going to be strangers. So Moses telling us these is the strangers that we dealing with. All right, but you didn't put the ending, the N5. You got to put them underneath the letters. See that car? See that car? Yeah, those right there. All right, so he prophesying on us right now. All phones on mute. Abraham, put your phone on mute. Okay, great. All right, so he prophesying. So we look on 29 and we see that the stranger that sojourneth among them. So it's going to be a stranger that's going to be living amongst us, right? And so if we sin, somebody that's born in the land or somebody that's a stranger, you understand? It's a rule for when they sin in ignorance that they got to follow even though they're a stranger. So is this talking about the other nations or is this talking about something else? We got to find out. Verse 30 says, but the soul that doeth aught presumptuously, meaning that they didn't sin out of pride and arrogancy. They did it on purpose even. Whether he be born in the land or a stranger, sounds like verse 29. Whether he be a stranger or he be a native born Israelite or what have you, fully in the work and fully in the nation, it says the same reproacheth the Lord. Both of them reproach the Lord. But then it goes on to say, semicolon, it says, and that soul shall be cut off from among his people. Now peep that. It says, and that soul shall be cut off from among his people. Now, if this is a natural born heathen, a natural born stranger, what people is he talking about? He gonna be cut off from among his people. He's sojourning with us, but if he's a stranger, then is he an Israelite? He ain't an Israelite if he a stranger. So how can it say at the end of this, and the soul shall and that soul shall be cut off from among his people? So who is this stranger's people? It couldn't be a stranger that's not an Israelite, because that would mean that it ain't his people.
They say join into his people. You join into his other people.
So this is what people who are Old Testament cats and Christians don't understand about the New Testament. This is talking about a stranger that's an Israelite that had been cut off, that is sojourning or living amongst the children of Israel. You still couldn't oppress him, even though the Lord had cut him off. You understand? You couldn't oppress him. You understand? And he might be working with you. He might be living around your family, even though he didn't got cut off. Meaning they didn't kick you out of the land, so to speak. You understand? For breaking, like, if you don't show up to the Passover, You kicked out the nation. But that don't mean that they kicked your ass out of the damn out of the country. You wouldn't know, you couldn't even live in Israel no more. You just was jammed up. You had to sit there and be jammed up. You understand? You ain't in the nation no more. But they don't kick you out. You still living in the land. You still living around the same people that you done lived around, but you jammed the hell up. You understand? And you the same people as the people that's right there.
Come on.
You see that?
A new call, state your name and location for attendance purposes. Area code. New call to state your name and location.
Yeah, Andre McClain.
Who?
Andre McClain.
Your name is Andre
McClain.
McClain, and where are you from?
Kansas City, Kansas.
Penn City, Kansas City.
Right.
All right. Good job. All right. Do you have a question?
I was just calling just to get information. I was just calling this.
Okay. All right. This is the information you need right here. Listen to me closely. Okay. This is the Hebrew language class. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, the Friday night class, which is designated for the Hebrew language. Okay. On Saturday is the Sabbath service. On Monday night, Commanding General Yohanna has his online radio station. On Tuesday night is the Brotherhood class, right? On Wednesday night is the class about the law. On Thursday night is the class about scriptural breakdown, if you need a scripture broke down, right? So it's all on www.isupk.com, or if you're on YouTube, you just type in I.S.U.P.K. and you'll pull up a video that's playing live right now on the internet. So you can be watching this particular Hebrew language class as well as calling in on Skype, so you can see what I'm talking about, because I'm showing you how to read and write Hebrew. Okay?
You hear me? It's the Passover, 2015, New York City, Harlem. They was there to cook out. They saw the loyalty. They seen the brotherhood. Now all blacks, all Hispanics, all Native Indians, come get down and serve the Lord at the 46th annual Passover with the U.P.K. And we remember where the Lord destroyed our enemies. April 2nd, Harlem. We gonna get it in, you understand? For the Most High and Christ. Once again, 2015, April 2nd, Passover, New York City. Get with it and get lost.